Dead End Hip Hop album review, the 10-year anniversary. We wasn't that excited back then to do it. I know personally I'm more excited to do it now. A$AP Rocky, Live, Love, A$AP. YouTube 9 years ago, technically 10, going on 10. We did this review. So if you have not seen it, go back. I had to go back and watch it myself.
I don't even know if I wanted to go back and watch that shit.
You know what, man? I now and again, I do it just to see how far we've come.
Yeah.
Like the quality, I was like, wow, people really watch that. Like we weren't as articulate as we are now. Like it was just.
Maybe you weren't.
No, I definitely wasn't.
I'm playing.
No, I definitely was not. 1 million.
Yo, I slid down.
Yeah, I was, man.
I was like, this nigga was slid down. But you know what? I think I liked that though back in the day. I liked that. I remember thinking like, I'm glad you're laying down, like, and I gotta shoot that because it made it feel,
more homey.
It gave it a great natural feel.
Yeah. And I think some people missed that actually.
I missed the just doing it anywhere. You know, like we were coming to the studio. Obviously, I like the bright lights and all of that type of stuff. But part of what made us who we are was that. And, you know, we just don't have that aesthetic anymore. But anyway, A$AP Rocky, Live, Love, A$AP. Also, if you would like for us to revisit other albums that we may have done in the past, get us to 3,000 likes on this particular video. That lets us know that you really like this. And we will do it in the future, just like what's in my rotation. That's coming, another episode is coming out soon. But A$AP Rocky, when I rewatched it, pretty much all I said was that it bumps in the whip. I like the beats, but he wasn't lyrical. And listening to this, especially after doing the Schoolboy Q versus A$AP Rocky, shout out to Patreon, Friday, y'all know what it is. I was like, man, like, Rocky was ahead of his time with this project. He really was with the sounds and the flows. And I know that we killed them saying, oh, you a Harlem nigga doing this, that. And like, you know, I remember Myke saying lyrics don't count and that he had a $3 million deal with Sony off of this project and stuff like that. But I think that we were a little more stuck in our ways back then versus being more open to sounds blending. And listening to this now with more of an acute ear for hip hop and me personally being more articulate as to what I like and what I dislike, man, like this album is one of those albums that has aged well over time. I definitely think some of these joints that are on here, they came out now, motherfuckers will go crazy. Brand New Guy niggas will go crazy with Schoolboy. Peso niggas will still go crazy right now. Palace, I'm a little, you know, and I'm not saying this whole thing, but there are joints on here that motherfuckers would lose their shit. Because even still now, nobody's doing what Rocky did then.
That album did grow on me like shortly after we I know I wasn't in the review, I was behind the camera.
No, but you in the review, I'm sorry, I know, I'm sorry. But in the review, like you definitely liked it the most. Even though you didn't speak on it as much, but you definitely liked it.
Nah, for sure. But I did agree with, I think, with Ken, because I went back and watched it as well, or whatever, that, you know, he was pulling sounds from everywhere, which kind of came off like biting. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I felt like we were right in our stance there. We've grown up with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We've heard the Bone Thugs. We've heard the Texas UGK and all that sipping slow. Like we came up on that, and I could see like newer fans of hip hop hearing Rocky and be like, oh man, this sounds new and innovative and all that. I still think we were right in that regard as far as like it not sounding as innovative. But I do get what you're saying as far as like the blend of all of that. I think he did do a good job with that now that I go back to it. But I couldn't get past hearing some of the heavy influences. Cause I think even in the first track, Palace, he says Houston, Texas, heavily influenced, something like that.
But he also said that he doesn't want to be remembered like just as a down south biting nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When did he say that?
He said it in the intro track, Palace. And to me, like when you look at Rocky's career as a whole, you can't say that. Even though he took all of these influences and his career is where it's at now, like he doesn't sound like a biting down south type of motherfucker. He sounds like a creative, unique artist.
No,
for
sure. Yeah.
Anymore. At the time.
I don't think he did at the time, man. He didn't. When you go back and you revisit this project, this is one of my biggest fuck ups in Dead hip hop history. I still don't know why I didn't like this. It was just like I was making fun of it. I was making fun of his lyrics, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't think you were making as fun of it. I think
Yes, I was.
I think you were probably more articulated than anyone in it. You had your reasons why, because I think you literally said like you don't want to shit on a guy or something like that. It just
Really?
Yeah.
Your issue was more so with underground artists that struggled to make it, and then this is like you compared it to this is like this shouldn't be that. This is not the guy that should get the $3 million deal. I know plenty of other rappers that deserve or XYZ.
Yeah, and that's a shitty, stupid stance. But when I go back and listen to this project, the reason why I don't understand why I didn't like it is because it's weird as fuck.
It is.
But I think that's why I can't just dismiss him as a biter, because even if you're talking about the Houston rappers or the down south rappers he was influenced by or rapping like, they weren't rapping over beats like this. Like, I think the combination of his weird ass beats with his kind of weird, bizarre flows, I think that's what worked for this project, and that's what makes it kind of innovative. But I definitely think he was ahead of his time. Yeah, you can say that he was definitely rapping just like a lot of Houston dudes, but how many other New York rappers do you know that were doing that? And were doing it over these weird, spacey, hazy ass beats. I mean, this album to me now is fucking great. I mean, I guess I do kind of sort of see why I didn't like it back then, because I really wasn't as open to like Southern-ish rap then.
You was not.
But now I'm just like, dude, this guy was definitely doing something different. And I fuck with it now, man. Like, this was one of my biggest fuck ups. And I remember having to apologize. I was like, man, I don't know what was wrong with me back then. I was just like, man, this just terrible. I don't like it. But I'm like, it just clicked one day. I was like, what the fuck?
How far after? Like,
It was after
the second album.
It was after the album after this. 'Cause I think
Yes.
that's the one where I was like, this is good. So then I went back and revisited this, and I was like, this is good too. I don't know what my problem. I might have still been drunk. Who knows? But I like this album a lot, man. I definitely, and I disagree, man. Palace.
Yeah,
Shit.
Palace is good.
If Palace came out today, because you said that if some of these songs come out today, people would go crazy. You said Palace, maybe not so much, but
Not as
man,
crazy. No,
shit,
I'm just saying not as crazy.
goddamn,
I
how
fuck
real
with
is
Palace.
this? I know the whole world gonna be feeling this.
I played it against Schoolboy. So I fuck with
Man.
Palace. I fuck with Palace. It's just I don't know if it would have like some of these other ones. Like if Brand New Guy came out
Yes.
today, niggas would lose their
Yes.
shit. And I can honestly say, like, there's not a lot of substance, but there's a lot of flair.
There's a lot of style and flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flair here, and we didn't give him credit for that. We didn't listen to this with open ears.
Definitely not.
We listened to it with what we wanted, and this didn't match what we wanted.
And
I
I don't think it helped that people was hyping this up before we reviewed it.
They were, yeah.
People were really hyping this up. So I think we was expecting to hear something just totally different and amazing. So when I heard all of the influences, I was like, wait a minute, what are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't that different from, whatever. But like I said, like you said, I was probably one of the main ones that liked it more at the time. And it definitely grew even more on me as the time, went on or whatever. But B, how do you still feel about it?
I still think it's whack.
Yeah, still.
hard in the recycle bin.
I mean, only thing I can say now is that I know back then I was just like, I don't understand how anyone can like this, but now I can see why people, I can see why. Like now I see why like people enjoy him or people like him or like his style or his sound. That shit didn't hit for me at all.
It still don't hit though.
What you about to say?
Brand New Guy. What about
Feefo?
that one? What about that one?
That one was okay. It was cool.
Oh, just okay?
That shit hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Man, that
shit
song
was
is
cool.
so hard, man.
Yeah,
shit's
and
hard as fuck.
like you mentioned, this was the first time I felt Twitter steer me wrong, because this was like the first year I was on Twitter. So I remember people was hitting me up like crazy. So I was excited. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm new on Twitter, so I'm thinking like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. This, we've been doing Dead Hip Hop for first year, so they probably get a sense of what I like. And so I'm thinking like, okay, cool. I'm about to listen. We about to review this ASAP. I'm about to see what this is about. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ever since then, I'm like, I'm never listening to Twitter again. Like, that shit was, yeah. So, yeah, no, I still feel the same way. I listened to it again a couple of days ago. And actually, Saturday. No, it was Friday and Saturday because I thought we was gonna talk about it on Sunday. So yeah, I was just like,
Still a little bit, but you can kind of see it a little bit more now.
yeah, I can see like why I can see now why people would enjoy it or like them. But yeah, it was still very, very blah for me.
Ken's been real quiet. How you feel
how you
about
feeling?
it?
I called him a biter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I think you saying he sounded like Bone Thugs, and I think we were arguing. So I was like, I don't hear Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
I do now.
Yeah.
I do now because it's triple time flow he does sometimes. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I still hit all that same stuff in here. There's some beats on here that I like, and I think I like some of the beats.
Yeah, you did.
We all like the production.
The production wasn't a problem.
Okay, yeah, I kind of still feel the same way, and I think maybe right after Brand New Guy, when I re-listened to it, it just kind of started to fade for me, and I was like, oh
So you
man,
didn't
Keep
like
It
Purple
G?
Swag?
Keep It G. What about Keep It G?
Get lit. Oh yeah, keep it a motherfucking G.
Yeah, he sound like MC8 to me.
oh yeah, I probably like that one. I can't remember anymore, but
Hey, young blood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did go back and listen to it. I'm like, yeah, there were definitely things that I liked, but I think, I think it's more things that I don't like. I definitely remembered the biting thing on here. I'm like, oh yeah, there you go. I remember this.
You said Our Future too. He had like kind of some Our Future influence.
Oh, that's what we argued about. So I was like, I don't hear no damn
Haji
Odd Future.
Beats,
and
I
I
think
still
it
don't hear
was.
Odd Future in this at all.
Yeah, I think specifically Haji Beats at the time is what you were saying.
But yeah, not much has changed for me, man.
So this didn't age well for you.
I think so. I will give. I think the three of you that I do think that there are people doing some of the stuff that he's doing now today, or that they definitely follow, especially on the production side. So I don't know if that speaks more to the producer and than ASAP. But what I will say is like this was just that one. I don't think I liked the second one all that much either. But I've grown to like ASAP over the years, because I definitely think there's been a lot of growth and improvement. It's been 10 years, so I'm glad he's not doing the same shit, and I'm glad that he's making music that I've come to enjoy as the years have progressed and went on, which I think is dope, man. Some people are unable to do that, or are not creative or talented enough to do that. And I think that just speaks to him, and just to see him from then to now to grow up to be like almost a household name is incredible.
It's kind of like he's spoken to an existence.
Yeah,
When I was
bro.
listening here, he
I be that
sounds
pretty
like where
motherfucker.
he sounds like
Holland's what I'm repping.
Yeah, that shit came into it's spoken to existence.
Yeah, he sounds like where he is today on this. It's like, damn, like this dude really spoke himself up.
He knew.
Yeah.
He knew he had something
How did he
special.
know that?
I think there's just dudes that just have that kind of confidence.
Yeah.
ASAP had that kind of confidence. He knew that it may take a while. Like with me, it may take a while, but motherfuckers gonna get it eventually.
Yeah.
He's an acquired taste. And then
He
once
is.
you acquire it, you're like, why didn't I like? I didn't like Brussels sprouts when I was a kid. Now I love them. ASAP is Brussels sprouts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fuck with Brussels sprouts now too.
See, it's just
I did it as a
weird.
kid.
Like
Oh,
ASAP.
that explains it then.
Damn. That's fucked up. ASAP is the first person out of all the artists that we've ever reviewed. ASAP was the first one where I had to apologize. The first one where I was like, I was wrong as fuck. And I'm still so thankful he was like, cool.
problem.
I wish I should go screenshot that shit. But yeah, I'm still just like, dang, I'm glad he accepted the apology.
That's what's up.
I felt like I was disrespectful. Not
Yeah.
just saying I don't like his music. I feel like I was disrespectful. I know you're right that B was maybe more disrespectful, but I thought I was just being an asshole. I thought I disliked the album more than y'all are saying I disliked it. I thought I was really going in on it.
And the way you talk about it, I thought you were. I
thought I was too.
I was expecting that when I went back to watch it. I was like, actually, he wasn't like that overt or anything. It was just
Weird.
real. It was. He really wasn't either. He was just like, how B is today. He just cut and dry. Like, nah, I don't like it, man.
So maybe that's why he accepted the apology, because he was like, you weren't being that bad. It was that bald head motherfucker that was going in on me. I'm glad he made it. I really am. I'm glad he made it. I'm glad he's doing something that's different and all the pretty nigga shit and all of the fashion shit. I like that he actually made it.
Yeah, that's
because he
dope.
seems like a cool guy.
So some of my favorite tracks.
5 favorite tracks. God damn,
Man,
motherfucker.
come on, man. Gosh, you
He said, you see how you try to slide that in?
Hey man, I'm in sales.
Shit.
All right, give me Palace, give me Peso, give me Brand New Guy, give me Get Lit, Keep It G.
Go ahead and put Brand New Guy so it won't get left off. I like What's Up. What's Up is right. Keep It G. Let's see. Leaf, I thought was dope. And Get Lit.
Brand New Guy.
That's the only one.
Yeah, the Schoolboy Q joint.
Palace, Bass, What's Up, Brand New Guy, and Keep It G.
I'm going Palace, Peso, What's Up, Brand New Guy, and Keep It G. Oh fuck, nah, god damn it. I don't care. Trilla as well. I cannot leave. Leave Trilla off. I'm sorry. It's my
Trilla's
favorite
hard.
beat on the whole album.
Yeah, Trilla is hard.
A$AP Rocky, we didn't used to have this type of format back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So it's been a little while since we've talked to you directly. You heard it in the review, if you watched the entire review, or at least my part of the review. Bro, you started a lot. You were one of the pioneers of where a lot of these younger New York hip hop artists have gone. And people gotta give you props for that, and they gotta acknowledge that. And like I said, bro, you were way ahead. You're literally 10 years ahead of your time with this particular project, and that's hard to do. That's hard to do, to come out 10 years ago and have something that if it would have come out today, motherfuckers would still be hype about it. So look, A$AP, you already know I fuck with you heavy. Appreciate it. Want more work, you know what I'm saying? But take your time, live life. I've always told, you know what I'm saying, I want the best shit. I don't want just the next shit.
A$AP Rocky, if you're watching, I did want to mention this. I forgot to mention it in the review, but I peeped that you did the birthmark of Yams on the new anniversary cover. That was kind of dope. I don't know if y'all caught that. Yeah, that was pretty dope, man. I like how you keep, remembering your brother. But nah, man, yeah, just revisiting this, man. Like I think I was one out of the group that was kind of like feeling it like off top and then feeling it a little bit more after the review as well. So going back to this, it's like, yeah, man, it's grown. It's still a vibey to me. And shout out to you, man, for manifesting, your career. Like looking at you where you are today, it's just like, dang, man, this dude sounds like the guy that was on this mixtape this many years ago. And nah, man, props to you for that, bro. So yeah, man, keep doing your thing. You have definitely influenced other people. So yeah, man, great job on the career that you've had so far in this mixtape.
A$AP Rocky, if you're watching, yeah, don't listen to me. Don't. You obviously got out of 5 guys on the stage, 3 guys that clearly love your work. So, it just doesn't sit with me very well. But hey, shout out to you for bagging Rihanna, man. These last, shit. I definitely got to give him props for that. Like, God, shout out to you for bagging Rihanna, dude. Like,
He about to get sampled again, bro.
shout out to you for bagging Rihanna. That's fucking awesome, my guy. So, I mean, yeah, but don't listen to me though. I mean, like I said, it's just one person that don't appreciate the art. So that just you got people over here that does. So
Say get lit, huh, B? A$AP, if you're watching, yeah, I think we, it's crazy because we have the benefit of kind of just like we know what has happened with your career, and just reflecting back, even though, my thoughts over the years hasn't changed all that much in terms of how I feel about the album overall, but I never would have imagined that you would be the guy that would expand and do stuff that's different, that would experiment with different sounds, because this worked extremely well for you, and to see that, I think is really, really dope, and I hope you continue to do that. And I don't, you don't come across as a guy who wants to stick to doing one thing. So while my stance hasn't evolved over time, I do and am thankful that you're able to come in and contribute positively to hip hop in a great way. And I think even recently they just showed a video of you stopping a crowd when somebody was hurt and shit like that. So it shows that that you are a thoughtful guy. So keep up the good work, bro.
A$AP, I think out of everybody here, I'm probably the one that had the biggest flip on opinions with this album. And yeah, man, I think it's great. I think that you are extremely creative, and I think you've shown that. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that shit. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can tell you at this point except I'm glad I came around. I'm glad my opinion changed, and I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you're still being innovative. Don't listen to what any of these motherfuckers say. Testing is an amazing album, and I hope you keep experimenting, keep being weird, but keep adding your own special style to shit. But yeah, man, I'm a huge fan, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. And I just wish I got on earlier. That's all there is. I just wish I got on earlier. But better late than never.